One of the things that makes this lawn particularly suitable for the ZR, not having a perimeter wire, is the fact that the lawn and the edging surface are almost level. There's no change of height or drop off like you have into a flower border. Having a change of substance like a block or concrete or stones allows the robot to drive right over the edge, still cutting the edge of the lawn, and then the radars will detect this surface and the robot will change direction and turn away. If you had a different height here, so for instance if this was a flower bed that was a few inches lower than the grass surface, it wouldn't be suitable for the ZR model and you'd be better with a fully wired one. But in this particular scenario, it's absolutely perfect. The interesting thing about the 20 ZR is straight out the box, it will actually cut grass without you actually doing any installation. And it will recognise the border edges, which in this case are absolutely ideal for it, because there's no drop or change of height between the outer edge of the lawn and the surface of the grass. So straight out the box the robot actually works. If you look at these edges, they're lined with blocks and then an overspill of gravel, making it absolutely perfect so the robot can cut right over the edge and it stays contained within the garden. So without setting up the base station, turning the power on or anything, this robot will actually work straight away. So in this installation, the customer has requested that the base station be placed off the lawn in this left-hand corner. Now actually this isn't a great scenario for this type of robot. Really it would be better if it was docking straight off a corner in the clockwise direction rather than turning to the left immediately before it docks. So in an ideal installation, the base station would be placed here. But what we're going to try and do for him is place it just off the lawn in this orientation, and we'll do a bit of experimenting with the wire to see how we can get that to dock successfully. Okay, so ordinarily the return wire would be 30 centimetres and like train tracks go all the way back to the base station. But as you can see here, the customer's got a nice path with grout lines which are very close to where the wire would need to be. And one of the good things about the ZR is it gives you that extra flexibility, and the wires can be a bit further apart and the accuracy isn't that important. So long as we've got a metre either side of the wire on its route back to the base station, they can be placed further apart. You don't want to go closer than 30 centimetres, but more than 30 centimetres is absolutely fine. Okay, because we've got two separate lawns here, separated by this slate pathway, the robot needs a way of getting from one side to the other, and that's what these two guide wires are for that we've been cutting in. When we get to the path, we've picked two grout lines, and using a disc cutter we can just cut a groove in the grout line or in the slab, pop the wire inside, and then brings the robot into this side of the garden so the robot can latch onto this wire and drive back into the main area where the base station is. And that's how the robot gets from one side of the lawn to the other side of the lawn. And there can be up to 4 connected lawns on this model. Now using a half-moon spade to cut a slit that we can pop these guide wires inside so they're not visible from day one. There's no need for a wire laying machine or anything like that. Because it's a relatively short length of cable, we can just cut a slit, poke the wire inside, and then from day one it's not on the surface so we don't have to worry about it